Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Inside Movies Galore. I'm your host, David Strege, and today I have another review for you, this time from a director by the name of Richard Tanner. And in buying Thug, I got an extra film that I did not have of his. I think it's because of the weight, but he put his a double feature together of his Once Upon a Nightmare and Room for Rent, which he filmed in 2016 together in on one kick and caboodle. But I'm going to go on about Room for Rent, which I believe might have been his second film that he filmed in 2016. So this is a found footage film that says that it's true, and you basically get video footage from a YouTube channel and an Instagram channel that are all part of a case file at the Kings County Sheriff's office in a file, and they're asking you for information and the whereabouts of David Bagley. But apparently, Mr. Bagley, who is played by Samuel Wise, has in fact bought a house after a recent passing of his parents, and he's looking for a roommate. And as we find out, people think that the place is haunted, and he doesn't know why. He hasn't had anything happen to him, but then he starts seeing things up in the attic. So he he tapes. He starts to tape everything from the exterminator to the some other happenstances that happen in the place, and there are just some weird things going on that he can't exactly explain. In comes his sister, Sarah Bagley, who evidently surprises him with a visit. Who she is played by Libby Blanton, and at first I'm thinking she is the rudest, most annoying girl that I have ever heard, and I don't like her character one bit at first. It's not until things start happening, like when she brings out her tarot cards, and all the cards that show up are death, that I start beginning to like her character, because then you start seeing, the real her, and then you get a sense that Joey Krujak, played by Joseph McElwaney, who comes onto the scene with beer, is kind of like the party animal of the group, and he's like the best friend of both the brother and the sister, and he's kind of what he tries to bring some fun to the situation. Kind of a comic relief character, and then that's when things go haywire. When Joey appears, that's when things start. Well, it's not when things start to go haywire. There's a night that I want to talk about where it seems like Libby Blanton's character Sarah goes and sleepwalks, and almost makes love to her brother. When she wakes up and you know, there's a reaction between David and Sarah. It's kind of strange, and things like this happen throughout the film. I think that was fairly well put together. I like that much of the horror is suggested. Um, I like that some of the haunting aspect of it was more slow and inventive, as it was to build a level of fear, and I think that was done. I enjoyed this film. There was definitely a level of intensity towards the end. You didn't know whether the brother did anything thing or anything, as as Sarah called her, the Barney Fife deputy came in, and you saw the uh, blood on the floor, and a possible body, and much of it was suggestive of what actually happened. So, in any case, hopefully you enjoyed my description of this film. I certainly thought that the acting on all involved was did their job. I mean, they did their part. There was certainly a level of intrigue that was brought to the table in this film, and I didn't want to say everything that was that entailed in the film, because you got to see it yourself. I thought it was a fairly decent found on footage film. I mean, it definitely gave me a what the fuck moment, and that's the point, right? So, in any case, thought it was entertaining. You should definitely, if you're a fan of this kind of film, check it out on your own. Again, it's on this new double feature a copy with a Buck Short Productions. Um, Definitely looks kind of cool. So I think this is the first time these two have been done together. I think this is the first time that Once Upon a Nightmare has been put on something uh, with Buck Short Productions, because I believe you can actually buy Room for Rent alone. But in any case, there you have it. There's the edition. Um, as you can see, there's a couple of pictures for the film on the bottom, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, you enjoyed listening to my description of the film, and I hope that you can check it out on your own with what I just described. So, in any case, thank you for listening. Have a great day, evening, or morning, wherever you are, and I appreciate the traffic ahead of time. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I'll definitely have some cool reviews for you coming up. And I apologize that my voice is not entirely the greatest as of yet. So, thank you. Enjoy the film.